Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time on this 30th day of March 2021. Last day of March, last day of the normal trading week, but it's not the last day of trading for cryptos because they're open all the time. Okay, Bitcoin. I've got our point and figure charts pulled up here. So the point and figure chart on the top left is the 500 pip, 500.3 box reversal chart. Then on the top right, we have the $250 three box reversal. And then we have the $100 on the bottom left, and we just have the normal standard candlestick chart on the bottom right. I want to take a look at the first, the fastest, quote unquote fast, even though time is not used. FYI, point and figure charts are price action only, meaning there is no time or volume. All you see is price. If you consider yourself a price action trader and you're using candlesticks, you're not doing it right. If you want to be a price action trader, use a price action chart, which is all this is. It's just price action. So we've had a bullish pennant form here after reaching 57,200, retraced, pulled back, and we have that pennant. So not a lot going on there. On the 250.3 box reversal, if I say pip, I mean points. I mean interchangeable. Hopefully y'all understand. This is a little worrisome to me because we have such an we have a spike pattern. We have a spike pattern in this column of X's. Spike pattern is 15 or more X's or O's, 15 or more X's or O's in a single column. It's a sign of excess, and that's coming up right against this downtrend angle. I mean, technically it shifted back into a bull market. So the first pullback will likely occur just because of where we're at. And the pullback could go all the way down to 53,000 again. But that's just here on the $250 three box reversal chart. Now let's look at the $500. The $500, we are still underneath the bearish trend line. The dominant trend here is bearish, and this could be a really ugly setup because currently we have a double bottom, okay? And we traveled below, shifted to the bearish market. By the way, and in point and figure, you shift bull and bear market frequently or infrequently, depending on your time frame. But we just converted back into a bear market on the 29th, and we saw it trade back up. I'm sorry, this was on the 28th. When you have a double bottom and then a short entry, but then it reverses and turns into the next column of X's turns into a buy entry, that's known as a bear trap. So we do have a legit bear trap going on, which means prices could go a lot higher. I mean, the profit target from this entry, yeah, it's not very far away. 60,500. That's the level. What I see happening, excuse me, so dry in my basement, which is where my office is at. What I see happening is possible resistance up at around 57,500 or 58,000. All right. And then we have a pullback somewhere, probably down to, actually, let's just kind of measure it out. From here to here. I'll just say 54,000 probably. That'd be what to look for. A pullback to 54,000. However, this pattern itself, if we form a new column, if we form another X, we'll be in the clear. But the fact that there's only two X's here and it's failed to move up has me worried. This is kind of the inverse of a pattern we just looked at on Cardano's chart. So if we get a new column of O's to form, we get this double bottom, and then we get a short entry, we have a catapult pattern, a bearish catapult, along with a bullish fake out pattern. That could be a really, 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 really fast trip to the south. So be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, I mean, it is an ascending triangle. I mean, you have flat top. We're angling higher here. You could even consider this part of that triangle too. On the point figure chart, it's an ascending triangle. It doesn't look like a rising wedge like we see on the candlestick charts. Speaking of the candlestick charts, let's take a look at Bitcoin's weekly real quick. Yeah, I mean, not a lot to see here. 66,000 is where it's got to get past in order to expand to the next. I mean, this is in our Elliott wave pattern. We're looking for that third leg to end somewhere around that 120,000 value area, but that hasn't happened yet. So just be on the lookout for that. There's a real danger to the short side of the market. I'm going to keep repeating that. Even though I'm really bullish on what Cardano's chart looks like, who knows? Maybe Cardano will diverge from the rest of the market. Probably not, but who knows? It may. And Bitcoin, by the way, it's still considered a risk-on asset. Okay? It is a risk-on asset, meaning people speculate in it and they are willing to risk what they can for some really large potential gains. May is next week. May is traditionally and cyclically a time of year where risk on assets and instruments they sell. The stock market, anything speculative, even cryptocurrencies, expect them to have a very weak month. Things like gold, metals, the US dollar, the Japanese yen, anything that can be used as a hedge against inflation or uncertainty, something that is used as a store of value, those things gain in value. Bitcoin, even though we, adherents to it believe it is a type of store of value, most of the money involved in it is not in it for that. It is for speculation reasons. So expect some weakness in Bitcoin going into the month of May. If it doesn't, that's awesome. More than likely, you'll trap a lot of bears and it'll just shoot up higher, which would be great. Or we could get a fast sell-off, which would also be great. I love discounts. That does it for me. You all have a great weekend. Hope you had a good April. We'll start off May with a really nice looking chart across the board all over all of cryptos. From all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like and subscribe.